Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Again, I'm not a CPA, I'm not an accountant. This video is only for educational purposes, and this is just what I have done in my life with my real estate investments. In this video, I'm going to talk about a HELOC or a home equity line of credit. I'm going to break down what types of HELOC I discovered. I'm going to talk about what are the differences between a cash out refinance and a HELOC. And lastly, I'm going to talk about the advantages of getting a HELOC out. If you haven't seen my other videos, I broke down properties that I purchased for investment purposes. We have property 1 and property 2 purchased in 2022 and 2023 respectively. So if you haven't seen those videos, please go back and check them out. Okay, so let me define what a HELOC is. A HELOC is a loan product that allows homeowners to borrow against the equity on their home. So this works if you have a primary residence. It kind of functions like a revolving line of credit, meaning you can withdraw funds from this line of credit up to a predetermined limit. What types of HELOCs are out there? When I was looking for quotes after talking to a few investors, I decided to talk to banks, and every bank, small, large, credit union, etc., they all have their own unique requirements, and they offer normally fixed rates HELOCs or variable rate HELOCs. So a traditional HELOC, a fixed rate HELOCs, it's a fixed interest for your balance, kind of like a 30-year old mortgage. An interest rate only HELOCs allows you to pay interest on the amount borrowed, which can lead to lower initial payments, but may result in a larger balance at the end of the draw period. On interest only periods, there's usually a draw period. Typical draw periods can be 10 to 20 years. It all depends on the bank that you're talking to. So, how do we break down this? Okay, so I had a primary home in Los Angeles. I bought in 2019. Purchase price was $600K. After purchasing properties in Indiana in 2022 and 2023, I was right out of cash and I could not continue to acquire rental properties. So I had to look into the other types of funding, creative financing, if you might say. So I learned through a HELOC, I can tap into my home's equity. How does that look like as an example? For example, let's see. So my home was worth, when I purchased it in 2019, $600K. In 2024, through crazy appreciation of 2020 and 2021, my home was now worth $900K. And this is a number I came up with through recently sold homes around my area, through Redfin, through Zillow, through analyzing a lot of comps. So there was from 600K to 900K. There's 300K equity I could tap into, for example, if I was to sell. But I did not want to sell. Why is that? First of all, I will be at a home. Second of all, I had secured very low interest rates in 2020. If you guys remember, we were at record low interest rates in 2020. Right after the pandemic hit, the government had lowered the rate significantly. I had to secure a sub 3 rate, so I was not about to lose that. So in order to tap into my home equity, I had to continue to look for banks that offer a HELOC. Some people might ask why didn't do a cash out refinance instead? And my answer is the same. My interest rate was at 2.75 on my primary home. And in 2024, like today, interest rates are 6.1. Early in the year, it was like 8 something. So cash out refinances are basically replacing your existing mortgage with the new larger mortgage. You start from zero from the time that you refi. You often receive the difference in cash, which is based on the equity you have in your home. Cash out refinance offers fixed interest rates, just like a 30-year-old mortgage would. You also you can refi into shorter times of mortgages, shorter than 30 years. It also provides a one-time cash payment based on your home equity, which can be used for significant expenses. And when you cash out refinance, it is another loan that you take out. So you have closing costs attached to it that you will pay again on a mortgage refinance. So how is that different from a HELOC? Well, for example, a HELOC is based on a prime rate. The interest, at least the variable interest it's based on a prime rate. And so is the fix. There are different advantages to have a fixed rate over 30 years or have a variable rate with a drawing period and a repayment period. I chose a variable rate because I was trying to start my first BRRRR, BRRR, which stands to buy, rehab, rent, refinance, repeat. If you haven't heard of this term, please continue listen to my videos and look up what a BRRRR is. There's many books about it. You can find more information in Bigger Pockets and just making a quick Google search. So I needed to open a HELOC with a drawing period because interest-only payments will provide me a chance of paying back monthly a lower interest payment. Another advantage of having a HELOC is the flexibility. You can use it for various expenses, and another advantage is closing costs. Many banks offer a zero closing cost HELOC. Even though a HELOC is not a new mortgages, some banks will charge you closing costs for HELOCs, but you can find banks that offer no closing costs. Also, for them to actually assess your value of your home, they will ask for an appraisal, and some banks will even waive the appraisal. So you can really take out money of a HELOC for about no money, really. So that's exactly what I did. I chose a 20-year drawing period with a 10-year repayment period. And I was able to take the money on a HELOC out of equity, quite a bit of equity. And I was able to pay no closing costs, pay no appraisal, and the whole process took less than a month. It was quite easy, and I had a great experience with my bank. This is not an ad or a referral, but if you want to talk to PenFed Credit Union, they made it quite easy for me to go through the whole process. One catch is that when you do take a HELOC, they look at your income. So if you are, for example, self-employed or you don't have a W-2 job like most people do, then it's going to be quite difficult for them to lend to you, because they also look at your debt to income ratio. Nevertheless, they also want to know that you have reserves. And this is an important topic for all of your property investments, that you should always have reserves, counting for everything that is going on that could happen to your investment property. That's something that they also look into. But yes, I think that I broke down the HELOC topic. But if you do have more questions about the process or how I went about talking to different banks, please leave a comment on the comment section, and I'll continue to do these videos letting you know how made my real estate career advance and what happened in 2024 with the money that I was able to get out of my equity on the home. I will be talking to you guys soon. Please like and subscribe.